Recently, I was preparing one of my classes and I realized that I needed the students to have a knowledge of how to change fractions into decimals as a prior skill. So I sat down and wrote this software to use as a game in the class. How it works is that the green button will generate a fraction, and you'll notice if you look at the fractions carefully, all of them will work out very nicely to be decimals. They're all, the denominators are actually all factors of 100, which means that they can be converted very nicely into decimals that don't need to be rounded or truncated in any way. On this side, the answer comes up, so I can produce a question and then show an answer. Now I decided to make a game of this, and what I did was I gave each of the students a piece of paper inside a plastic folder. I actually gave one to each group. I broke the class up into groups. So each group had a plastic folder with a piece of paper in it and a whiteboard pen. And later on in the video clip I'll show you how I did this, but it became a very useful tool. And then I simply generated a question. The students had to talk about it as a group, write down their answer, that is converting the fraction to a decimal, and hold it up. And whoever got it up first and was correct received a point. And so we could check it straight away to see how they went. So some of the decimals were very easy, so a half into 0.5 is very easy. And then there were things like this one where students soon came to realise that because the numerator is 25, we have to times it by 4 in order to make it into 100. So 4 4s at the top become 16, 0.16. And so they learn a variety of skills doing this. So the software does, it's a very simple tool, but very, very effective for use in the classroom. And what will follow is just a very quick video demonstration of how to create the whiteboard, the personal whiteboards that the students use, and they really enjoy these whiteboards. So in this little clip, what I'm going to show you is how to make the whiteboard for the students. You'll notice that there's a plastic folder, and that's just a sheet holder that you can buy very cheaply. And inside, I'm putting just a white piece of paper to add as a backdrop for it. And after you've got the sheet, all that's needed is a whiteboard pen, because these can be rubbed out very, very easily. So there's the fraction, 3/5, and the students will then write down their answer. So in this case we've got 0.6 written on their whiteboard. They hold that up and then we'll check the answer, and there it is, 0.6. Now once the second question is generated, students can have a tissue and they can just rub out their old one and write the new one on there. So it's very, very quick to be ready. Holding it up, off they go, and this can be checked as well. So it's just a very simple way for students to be able to show their questions, hold them up, and that way you can clearly see which students got their answer correct first. So there you go.